Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Conversations with Nicole. Today, my guest is Meggin Heath. She is the account manager for the American Red Cross Coastal Chapter, and she oversees blood drives in that region. Meggin, good to see you today.
You too. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. I appreciate your time. Of course, it's a busy time given the circumstances in our country. And of course, blood donations are always needed. Now more than ever, it's crucial. But the American Red Cross has started something new and testing for antibodies when people are donating blood. Tell us about that.
Yep. So as of about a week ago, we have decided to start testing for the COVID-19 antibodies in everyone's blood. So it will give you a little idea if maybe you had it or came in contact with it. It's definitely not like a diagnostic test, but it will just kind of give you an idea if you have the antibodies in your system. So we hope to be running these tests at least well through the summer. So we're going to really kind of keep up with this COVID trend and make sure everyone is safe and do everything that we can for them.
So just so people don't get confused, it's not a test to see if you have the virus.
Exactly.
Testing for antibodies is different. Go into detail a little bit more about that.
So really what we're just doing to see, so when you donate blood, your whole successful unit of blood will go to the lab and be tested for all the numerous tests that we do, and now also for that COVID-19 antibody. And what that's going to do is just see if you have any of the antibodies in your system that would maybe say that, hey, maybe you did come in contact with someone that had COVID. Maybe you had it and just maybe didn't know it and was always asymptomatic.
Yeah.
So again, we're not telling you that you have it, nothing like that, but it will just kind of give you an idea if it is in your system at all, or if you ever had any kind of in contact with anyone with it.
And that process, I believe, will take about 7 to 10 days. Is that correct?
Yes. Actually, they're coming back quicker. We even thought that even like just starting it with the influx of donors we have seen, I know specifically of people that have gotten it back maybe in like 5 to 7.
Okay.
We tell them to download the blood donor app, and everyone has their own little profile and login. That's where they're getting it from. If you don't have the app, because we are not all technically challenged, you can go on to our website. And again, you can log on with your own little password. It's also on that. Or of course, you can call 1-800-RED-CROSS. We're just so very busy on those phone lines that the computer or the app are definitely your best bet to figure it out and to get your test results.
Now, help me understand this, because I believe I have this correct, but if you have the antibodies and say you've had it, you've recovered, or you've come in contact and you're doing well, isn't there research that shows you could help others who are going through this situation now and have the virus and maybe help them?
Yeah. Yes. And we do have a process for that. So if you happen to get a test result back that says you are positive, we encourage you to get back on our site, get in contact with your doctor. It's all kind of through your doctor and through the Red Cross, where you can come back and you can donate the plasma if you do have those antibodies that can then go to help people that maybe are really sick of COVID.
So there is a purpose and something that helpful that comes from doing that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, we're not going to say that everyone that has the antibody to, run to your doctor, and get the orders to come do that, because it is very different and every case is individual, and that's why they really have to look at it. But if you have been tested positive for the antibody, there is a chance that you could help someone that is sick.
And certainly that would be very valuable.
Very valuable.
In the times that we are in. So that is in the process. You're doing that. Let's talk a little bit about blood donation in general, though. There's always a need.
Always.
People are always going into surgeries that need blood donations. Unfortunately, there's accidents that happen. And here we are in the middle of summer, starting summer, where you typically see lower donations.
We do. In a normal world, the summer is because the high schools and our colleges are out, and that's where we really collect a huge source of blood. Well, high schools and colleges have been out since March, middle of March. So we kind of have started this critical need much sooner than we ever anticipated. So when COVID did start and we put that plea out for the blood, people really came out. They really supported us. We were able to maintain everything that we needed. So we did really good in that aspect, but now things are opening up. Elective surgeries are put back on. More people are on the roads, more accidents. So now is even a more critical time where we need people to come out and donate. And keep in mind, you can donate every 56 days. So when COVID started, all of those people that donated are eligible again. So please don't think that you can only donate once a year, because that's false. Every 56 days. So we need them to continue throughout the summer.
Absolutely. And you can tell folks they can go on the website to find out where blood drives are happening or that sort of thing. So if they want to go now, tell them how they would do that.
So bear with us, because since COVID-19 antibody testing started, our appointments have really skyrocketed. So a lot of places we need to stick to appointment only because of the social distancing and the amount of people that we can have in a room.
Right.
So we encourage people to go on redcrossblood.org. You can search wherever you live and find the closest one. If maybe you can't find an appointment in the next week, just wait for the week after. We're going to need you. So please don't be discouraged if you can't find one right away. We have just had such a surge of donors right now. So we just ask everyone to be patient with us, but please schedule that appointment for the week after if you can't get in.
How ironic, you have a surge of people wanting to get in, but then you have to limit them because of the guidance that we're all having to follow. It's someone said, I heard a quote the other day, it was someone in the community said, it's the most bizarre year he's ever had with his business. And I think everyone relates to that when it comes to how we're having to do things differently. But we don't want people to stop donating blood. It is critical. A statistic, 38% of the population eligible to give blood. However, less than 10% of those actually do. So even though you have an influx, you still have a really low percentage of people that actually show up.
Very, very low. We did see a big uptick in first-time donors because, of course, they wanted to come out and help, and we're very grateful for that. But please, first-time timer with you. You know, everyone can donate. They think that they can't for numerous reasons, but really, a good amount of the population can donate. So call us if you think you have a question. If you think that you can't, you know, being scared is not a reason to not donate.
Right, because you're going to practice all the safety measures, even during these uncertain times, for people to be able to donate safely.
Yeah, it is a different world now. So when you come to a blood drive, even before you get into the site, we are going to take your temperature. If you are above 99.5, we're going to ask you to come back when you feel better. We do require everyone to wear a mask. If you don't have one, we will provide one for you.
Sure.
We definitely social distance everyone. So we're 6 feet apart, and we are wiping everything down constantly. Anything that anyone touches, we are wiping down. So safety is definitely a major concern and priority for us, for both our staff and the donors.
Absolutely. You mentioned earlier when we talked before we started our interview that typically you have an older population that's very active in giving, and the African American population is very giving. These are actually sections of our population that need blood donations most now.
Absolutely. You know, and unfortunately, because COVID seems to want to target the elderly and the African American, they're a little more hesitant on coming out to a blood drive. So we've seen a decrease in that, but, you know, still an uptick in the need for blood for sickle cell, or maybe these elderly patients that have heart disease or anything like that. So it is a big challenge out here to get the right blood types in, so we can service everyone that needs it.
And of course, it really doesn't take that long to donate. An hour maybe of your time, correct?
Yeah. And that's start to finish. So don't think you
Yeah.
have a needle in your arm. Start to finish. You know, you're going to walk in, you know, we'll do your temperature. We're going to ask you a few questions, take your blood pressure, your temperature, your iron, and then you'll go donate. And this is the key: water. Drink lots of water.
Yeah.
You know, the more hydrated you are, the juicier your veins are going to be. I hate to say it like that. The quicker you're going to bleed, and the quicker that needle will come out. And then you get a nice snack, and you get to hang out with us.
Well, and that's the best part, the snack.
It really is.
Yeah. And actually, there's only about 10 minutes of the needle actually being in your arm and with drawing the blood, correct?
Yeah. Yes. We say where I can do it in like 6. I'm kind of fast, but I drink a lot of water. So, you know, 6 to 12 minutes, maybe. Just drink lots of water.
So like you said, before you get there, drink lots of water, make sure you've had something in your stomach, you've had breakfast or lunch or whatever maybe before you come in. And that way you don't get queasy. You're better prepared, your body, for the donation process.
It's not like going to the doctor for blood work. We want you to eat. We want you to come in on a full stomach and double up on that water a couple days before.
I have to tell folks, you know, you and I've been around for a while. We've worked together for a while. And every time I come out during one of the News 13 blood drives that we sponsor, and we'll be doing that again in the fall in September as of right now, I love talking to all the people that come out and donate, but your staff, the people that help with these with the blood drives, they are phenomenal. I've met some of the most wonderful people. We've talked and all of them, they're just so good to all the people that come and donate. So, you know, kudos to you and the Red Cross staff for all that you do. You really make it a good experience for everyone.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that. We've had a real busy few months, so we appreciate the kind thoughts, and we just appreciate everyone coming out and just being patient with us. Like you said, it's a different world right now.
Sure.
And just people have to be patient with us. That's all we can ask.
Well, I'm sure that they will, because it's a two-way process. You're helping them, and then they're helping you, and we're all helping each other when it comes to blood donations, because one kind of blood helps how many people?
Up to 3 lives, because your 1 unit of blood has red blood cells, plasma, and platelets. Those get separated and goes to 3 different people. Right. And on that blood donor app, it tracks where your blood goes. I just donated, and I got an email saying that my blood went to Alabama. So it's kind of cool to see where your blood goes to.
It's a great way to give and to be mindful of others and the needs that they have. And you guys make it so easy for everyone to do. So that being said, finally, as we wrap things up today on Conversations with Nicole, go to the Red Cross
redcrossblood.org, yes. Or if you have that blood donor app, all of them are on there. We encourage you to make an appointment. Again, just be patient with us. We're doing all we can, and we're just appreciative of everyone that does come out and see us.
Absolutely. Well, and thanks to you for joining me today. I appreciate it. And hopefully people will have more information now about the blood donation process and the new things that you're doing at the American Red Cross. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. So good to see you.
You too. All right, folks. Hope you have a great day. This has been another edition of Conversations with Nicole.